Just a note as I write. A dangerous chorizo is staring at me with spicy malevolence. I would say cured, but no. The bread is fresh, and another flagon of Vintner's Ganymede cuvee caresses my senses. Foof, that old champagne sham. Would you eat a sausage with ECU stamped on the side? I can't help but feel some complicity on the beginnings of this situation, this now thriving off-world industry. Tourism, if I remember correctly, is that what they're calling it? Well, I guess nothing changes. There always was a lot of bumping in the swanky echelons. To extrapolate a few details. So, there was a ruling trinity on Uno, and this was a brief that I'd seen coming for some time. There were reports of strange optical disturbances in their centre lattice. And these disturbances might be of interest to you, Rebbe, as much influenced by the parasite holospeak of the great soul thinkers such as Dr. Fayebs, Siva Kansi and Mr. Todd Moodry, this happy population is elected in celebrational mode to reenact some of these rituals from various alien histories in order to release their rulers to rule in better worlds. Such was the fervour of their gratitude and their reverence for outsider ideas. Now, for the past 7 years of my tenure here, there has been an intermittent upstream to our holochromic observer on Uno, and I do wonder as to the infiltration of this link. You will see why. Uno Secondo, or USEC, was part of an integral sublensing transsystem, a hub in old speak, so they were part of the myriad subcom between the netlinks NK381.E and Messier 31.Z. Inevitably, there was a bleed, set up by local urbanites, eager for outwear Swen. Oddly, they called it the party line, or in their modern Occidental language. And it is this accidental mixing of ideas that became a lethal Eucharistic weapon in the hands of this most reflective of people. Carbo food industry cons. The first was, regrettably, from Sol Prime. Instructions for the building of a device, not sacrificial per se, but for material processing. Do I say that in an ominous voice? Now, it is common knowledge elsewhere that the palace dwellers of USEC were, in fact, nothing more than a dynasty of off-world hoaxers, beguiling what was a simple population with sleight of hand and cheap astral projection tricks. But to deserve such an end. And this was the beginning of the ECU branded wiener trade. And on any other world, they would have been imprisoned for deliberately body fluids beverage, and after the life transport pervasive, they invented the story that made them rich beyond. Ever so slowly, mechanically reclaimed. Well, this was the first of the gifts at Centre City to be publicly enacted and broadcasted. Now, the second intercepted com, I hasten to add, this was not from Sol Prime. As an enzyme infusion which applied via an air spray and once absorbed into the leaves of the appropriate root plant, with the addition of a small electric charge would cause massive random genetic mutation. For example, to reverse gravitropism or to create phosphorescence to enable autophotosynth on dark worlds. A single microcell could cause at least, 100,000 mutations, and that was the economic genius of the system. It only required one unskilled operator to record each mutation and the parallel code. So, of course, it was meant only to be used on Carboniferous Vitriplantay species, not Carboniferous bipedal Animalia, as, and they call them crystalline chauvinist life forms, have no nervous systems, no conception of time passing, but like the proverbial donkey that remembered his old abusive master of 20 years and kicked him to kingdom come.
Any ideas for the third one, Rebbe?
They have impressive upgradable memory capacity and have been forced to develop solid light technology and are thus poised as potentially the most dangerous force in Via Lactea, centered as they are on all light stream comms.